Hello friends, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the first of my end of month roundup mini review kind of series. I mentioned in one of my unboxings that I often have products that I'm trying out through the month, either things that I've received in subscription boxes or things that I've just bought on my own that don't necessarily warrant their own review video for whatever reason. And I asked you guys if you'd like to see a sort of end of the month group of mini reviews, and you guys seem to like that idea. So I have 7 things that I'm going to talk about today. This is probably more than I'll have in the future because I'm kind of pulling on a number of months of things that I have been testing. But in this video, I am going to give you my opinions. I'm not doing any kind of deep dive into the company or the product or ingredients or anything like that. It's just my experience using it. And there are some things in here that I really love. There are some things in here that are truly crap. I am going to not rank them or do anything. I'm just going to randomly grab from them here, so we'll get a mix of good and bad as we go through. So let's start with what's the first thing I touch. Okay, so we received this, I believe, in a boxy charm. This is a Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder, and at the time I had forgotten that I had done a review on one of these before. They've changed their packaging a little bit, and I'll put a link to that review down below. So when I first saw the color of this highlight, I thought, okay, it's a loose highlight. I thought it was gonna be sort of orangey and gold and maybe just a little too deep for my skin tone. And then I started playing with it, and this is so magic. This is in the shade, and honestly, I didn't look at the shade name until right now, Purple Dream. This is a kind of duochrome color, so although it looks orange here, when you put it on, it has this really interesting kind of purple pink shift, and I have it on right now. So I also did a swatch on my hand so that you could hopefully see the tone of this. It's purple, but it pulls a little bit more pink, and it does this really nice kind of blush topper look to it. So if you keep it towards the top of where your blush is, I just find that it looks very complimentary in a unique but flattering kind of way. Like, I have no problem wearing this out. Nobody's gonna look at you and think, oh gosh, what is she wearing? It's not a crazy highlight, but it's unique and it's really cool looking. And also on the formula side of it, it does not emphasize any texture whatsoever, and I have a lot of texture right there. So if you are looking for a unique highlight that has a good formula and also isn't too crazy, this is a really good one. Let's stick with the cheeks for a moment, and I'll talk about this Alamar Cosmetics palette, which I received just in my last boxy charm, but I've been using it since then. And I thought I would talk about this here because it's a blush palette. For me, blushes, I don't see a huge difference from like high-end to drugstore blushes. It's just about the colors that are there. I find that these are very pigmented blushes. You do have to be a little bit careful of how much you pick up of them, not as much as some that I've tried, but they do pick up a lot of pigment. They last all day, they look nice, and you do get a nice variety of shades here. This costs you $22 US, which is about $30 Canadian. So if you think of it, it's you know, $10 Canadian per shade, which kind of puts it in the drugstore level of pricing. And what's nice about this is if you are starting out with makeup, if you don't have a lot of choices, you know, you get coral kind of peach color, you get a very true pink, and then you get something that's a little more rich in like purple and mauve kind of color. So I see this as a good palette for someone who just wants to have something that will cover all their options, or if you travel a lot and you again want something that's pretty compact, has a mirror in there to be able to take with you, this would be good. I will say that in checking the price of this, I went onto their website, and this is the medium tan color palette. There's also a fair and a deep. Now this is just from looking at it on their website, but I feel like the fair has a couple of shades that look very similar to each other, as does the deep. So I feel like this medium one has the best selection of shades in it. Let's talk about a Bath & Body product, and I just have the wrapper left of this because this was a sample, but this is the Dove Exfoliating Body Polish. This one was in crushed macadamia and rice milk. They have, I believe, 3 different versions of this with different scents and sort of notes of ingredients. I quite enjoyed this. I found it did a really nice job of exfoliating without being too rough or too gentle on your body. It was in a really nice, rich, thick cream, so it felt very luxurious. And the scent of this one, at least, was very warming. Now, I imagine some of the other ones, because I think that looks like there's more of a floral one and also more of a kiwi one here, could be more refreshing. But this one, I think, is really nice if you want sort of a warm, enveloping, cozy kind of shower feel. I really enjoyed using it, and because it's like drugstore price, because it is Dove, if you're looking for a body exfoliating product, this one I really did enjoy. Let's talk about a product that I did not enjoy so much. And this one isn't bad, it's just not great and on the pricier side. So in one of my, I think it was in my Boxy Luxe actually, I got this Becca lipstick. It's gorgeous, the packaging here. It's a nude lipstick, and unfortunately, like, I'm not wearing it today because the color is just a little off for me. On camera at least, it makes me look just a little too washed out. But that's not what I'm critiquing it on because I didn't select the color of it. But I just found the formula of this, it's a bullet lipstick, like it's a bullet lipstick. As somebody who tends to get dry lips, unfortunately I found that this was very clingy to the dry skin on my lips. There have been many products, including the one that I'm wearing now, which is an Ofra long-lasting lipstick, that really mask having dry skin on my lips, and this one really emphasized it. It was also just a little bit patchy in the way that it went on, and for the price of it, I just didn't necessarily think it was worth it. I think what really was beautiful here was the packaging. Like, you've got this really luxe heavy packaging. You've got, oops, upside down there. You've got the Becca name engraved on there. It's just, it feels very beautiful and luxurious. And what did I do? I dropped it. So the bullet came out, it smashed into like the top of the container. So for me, I don't even really have that gorgeous feel to it anymore. And I just did not find myself reaching for it at all. It felt very thick when it was on as well. I felt like I wanted to build it up to try to get it to look a little less patchy, and then it felt very thick on my lips, which wasn't great. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad product, especially if you don't have to worry about dry skin on your lips, but I don't think it does anything spectacular either. One of the products that I received recently in one of my subscriptions, probably Ipsy, was, or maybe BoxyCharm. It was this NCLA Treatment. It's a vitamin E infused cuticle oil. This one is called So Rich, and it's in the, I'm guessing, scent Lollipop. I am pretty bad for using any kind of cuticle oil, and I am really rough on my hands. One of my stress reactions is to like pick at my fingers. So you can often tell how stressed I am by how terrible the skin around my fingers is. And I'm also never thinking to put cuticle oil on. This, however, it smells like cake and frosting. And somehow, like, I didn't do a dive into the ingredients. I don't know how great this is as a cuticle oil as compared to others, but if I sit this on my sink, I really like having different scents about me during the day because I just find that it feels very luxurious in a way that is a guilt-free kind of treat. And when I had this sitting on my vanity, I was much more likely to drop cuticle oil on and rub it in because I would get wafts of this really sweet cake frosting kind of scent that was in here. I didn't know that cuticle oils would have fragrance like this in them. I don't know if that's terrible for your cuticles, but I really enjoyed that there was something about this that drew me to it and made me want to use it. So I've been liking it. I will say that I think there's a design feature here that the dropper in it, like, I don't think I'm going to be able to keep picking up product all the way down, but I'll figure that out when I get there. I have 2 products left, and let's start with the not so great one. This right here, this is crap. So this is a L'Oreal Magic Root Cover-Up, and let me start by saying that when I'm talking about this not being good, I'm just specifically talking about this shade. I have done a full review on this product, and I will link that down below. And in that review, I did try the next one up, which I believe was light brown. I picked up or it was dark blonde, I believe. I picked this one up. It's the light to medium blonde, because my hair, when my roots start to grow out, is more of a blonde because the red kind of fades and disappears. And when I was using the other one, it was giving me dark roots, which was kind of nice because it was covering up the gray. But I thought, wouldn't it be awesome if I could get all of my hair to be the same color? And yes, I know my hair is terrible right now. I need to go get my roots done so badly. I'm also a student right now, so hairdressing funds and time to go and do that is in short supply. In any case, back to this. I went and picked this up and it just does nothing. Now, I guess the reason for that is this is made to cover gray. And to be fair, this is lighter than my roots are. So I'm guessing what I learned from this is you can't use this to make your hair go lighter. But I even feel like this shade, it does nothing for like my gray streak that's there either. And then one of the first times I tried this, or the first time I tried it, I kept trying to build it up because I was trying to get some color to come out of it. And it just ended up making my hair feel like greasy and tacky. Not greasy actually, just almost like I had sprayed half a bottle of hairspray on it. So I'll just see if I can show you this looking in the viewfinder, which is not the easiest way of doing this. Like nothing. It does nothing. And the amount that I have to spray on there, when I use the next shade up from this, I can just do a couple of quick squirts and it does cover up a little bit. But unfortunately, this product, I feel bad saying it's a disappointment because I think I'm not using it in the way it's supposed to be. I'm sure if I had just pure white hair, it would probably turn it blonde. But if you're considering one of these, just know that you need to go darker than whatever your root color is. Now let's end off with something that I have really been enjoying, and that is this Sol de Janeiro Coco Cabana cream. I've also tried the one that everybody knows of, the Boom Boom cream, and I like that one as well. But this is so unique. I have not been using this in the way they say. This is a body cream. If I'd used this as a body cream, it'd be gone by now. I've been using this more as like a cream scent because this is a strong scent that's in here, and if you did use this all over your body, I feel like it would be very overwhelming. But I adore the smell of this. So what I've been doing is just taking a little bit of it, and you can see I've still got like most of the container left, which is good because I want this to last a while. It's not cheap. And I've just been putting some on my chest and my collarbone so that, once again, as I said about liking different smells and stuff, I get little whiffs of it through the day. And it has such a unique scent. So I know on here I guess it's supposed to have like cocoa scents, I don't know. I will tell you what this smells like to me, and it's going to sound terrible, but it's actually so nice. So it smells like being in a movie theater. And like, I don't want to say just movie theater popcorn because it's not that. And the scent on me at least changes a bit when it's on my skin. It smells more like this when it's on me than just in the container. But sort of imagine yourself standing by the concession in a movie theater, and it's sort of buttery and sweet and like toasted, and it just smells exactly like this. And it's not just me, because I said to my partner, smell what I smell like right now. Do I smell like a movie theater? And he was like, yes, that is the scent that is on you. So again, I know that doesn't sound great, but it's really nice. And I have been so enjoying this as that little burst of scent. And it probably lasts me not a full day, but like 5 to 6 hours. And I also find that if I put this on a little bit at night, when I put my PJ top on, then when I go to put it on the next night, there's still a bit of that scent there. So the scent does linger. And again, I wouldn't recommend using this all over your body because it'll be a lot. But I hope I can make this last for a long time because I really like it. So there we go, guys. That is today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do like these bunch of mini reviews in one video, give this video a thumbs up and also let me know that in the comments down below. If you have different opinions from me or the same opinions as me on any of these products, let me know that as well. I always like to get all of your feedback, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.